Take two, because I goofed up the first time. I went way over 15 minutes. If this one goes over 15 minutes, I'll be splitting it into two. So there's likely going to be an interruption where it doesn't sound like I plan on an interruption because, yeah, I'm not planning on an interruption. Now, I'm going to do this as a series of videos, but I think I messed up on yesterday's video with the pizza boxes. What did I do with that? With the pizza boxes, I think I called them card making magic. They are not card making magic. They are simply made crafts. Simply made crafts. crafts. My daughter says it sounds like I'm saying crafts, but it's crafts. Okay? You get 10 or 9 dies in this set. This is the French fry box. Okay? Or I think it's called fry box. All right. You get this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Actually, there's 2 of those, and that one, and that one, and this one, and this one. This one's deceiving. Okay? While this one looks just like it says it does. See the difference in the size, though? This one looks like this. Okay? And it's just showing you that it can cut that out. Okay, that it cuts off. This is a very important piece. Don't ever lose it. Okay? So, for purposes of the video, I inked up my stamp. I just used my Memento ink, which of course I don't have handy. And I just stamped all the lines. Okay? And I was very careful just to stamp the center part so we don't end up with a big blob like we did last time. Or on another one that I'm going to have to redo. Okay, so now for this size card, or this doodad, you do not need a special size card. Or paper. Okay, 8.5 by 11 works just fine. You do need a special platform cutter though, because here's your standard cutter, okay, from a Big Shot. It's about 6.5. I think it's 6.25 inches wide. Okay, if I put this on lengthwise, okay, and I move this all the way up to the edge, it's still going to hang off on the side. It's a little bit bigger than 6, and it's a little bit longer than what this is. So, what I did was remember, make sure you put your ridge side down, and then I taped this into place. And I always tape the bottom of the box, because to me that's the more important part. All right, this is a tab, and this is a tab. You got to make sure that you cut those off, because those aren't necessary. Okay, these 2 pieces here, those are your flaps. Depending on the kind of box you want, those may not be necessary. What I found was for the box with the tabs, I would run it through once this way and then once this way. But this plate was on the bottom, and you'll notice there's like an inch overlap. That's fine. Okay, you just want to make sure that your edges are on your cutting plate. Okay, make sure the edges are on the cutting plate, side to side, top to bottom. And you don't have to line these up. I mean, you could put these in the middle if you wanted to, and then you're much more likely to be sure to get the whole die underneath the platform. Okay, and that just made a standard box. Okay, standard box has flaps. All right, and it closes by simply tucking this inside the little slot. Okay, or you could do it the other way too, where the slot goes on top. Put depending on how you want it to go. All right. The other way is to cut those slots off. Now, the one thing I did notice, okay, well, first let's get into how I did this. Okay, so I ran this through, and because I wasn't so concerned about getting these flaps, I simply put it through this way, all right? And the only thing that didn't get covered when I did this way was that one little flap, all right? That one little flap is the only thing that didn't get covered. So that kind of held everything in place. And I cut this one through, it cut through. This one did not. Okay, that's what that black line is. Then I took this and I cut off this flap first. All right. This is that flap, and I cut this off first. All right. You'll notice that it goes down a little bit deeper. I don't know why they do it that way. I would think that they'd want something that is sat on that curve, but they did not. That's another option, is just to cut it off on that crease. And then I did this side, and then it pretty much popped right out, except I was a little off on my corner. Okay. Then I took tape, double-sided tape, and ran it on these tabs, and I glued them together like this. And then I closed it up like this, pressed it down very well, and, oh, wrong one. Ta-da, I got a box. Isn't that cool? I think that's so sweet. I think that's so special. Okay, guys, that's it for this one for now. If there's any more, there's going to be a follow-up on this one. I got to go put away groceries. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.